Greetings, Sanbonani, Dumelangi, Absheni, hello out there once again. It's your boy AK and the team back again with another episode of seeking practical solutions for practical societal challenges that exist within our communities. Hey, we are still on that path of addressing social challenges that exist within our communities or that members of society are facing on their daily basis of life. Hey, that's what we are all about on this platform. And on today's episode, we'll actually be talking about skin bleaching. But before I do that, I'll actually let my guests, as you can see that I actually have people here chilling with me, to actually introduce themselves before we actually start our topic about skin bleaching. So before we do that, let me just remind the real talkers out there to actually click that subscribe button down there. And don't forget to check out our social media platforms. At Twitter, it's at The People's Podcast. You can just interact with us using the hashtag #RealTalkWithAK, and we'll definitely respond to any questions or your opinions that you might be leaving for us. Hey, that's how we grow as a family, because at the end of the day, we are dedicating our time and resources to finding practical solutions. So let me get back to the people who are here with me on this episode. So let me start with Miss Ntavi this side. She'll actually do her own proper background introduction, who she is, what she's doing. Yeah, I will move on like that.
All right. Hi, my name is Ntavi Masingi. I'm a dancer / entrepreneur. I also have a YouTube channel at Ntavi Masingi where I post dance videos, vlogs, just a whole lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
And you can follow me. You can follow me on Instagram to see my dance classes whenever I host classes. Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Thank
it's
you.
an honor to have you.
No, I'm honored to be here. Like, this is so cool.
Thank you. So you can also go and check out her YouTube channel. If for those who are actually interested in learning like dancing, you don't know where to start.
Yeah.
That's the page. That's where you can go. So let me move on to our second guest, the younger sister this side. My young sister, how are you? You're good. So you can just tell our viewers out there what's your name and what you're doing, like what you're all about,
Okay. Hi, my name is Hannah. I'm doing modeling.
Yeah.
At Black.
Oh, sure. She's your mother.
Yeah.
Now, welcome to the show. It's a pleasure having you here. I'm actually looking forward to actually getting to sit down with like a younger man, and actually getting to see things from like the next generation, like because they are the next, they are the future.
They are.
No.
Not really. Wait.
I wouldn't say that.
So, Miss Uplek.
Yeah, man.
I think our viewers still remember who you are.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
I
the
remember.
episode we did on YouTube, like we are still facing technical
Of course.
issues with the video.
Yeah,
Maybe that's why they don't know
definitely.
maybe like you face to face. But I think there by Spotify, they can actually even go check out our episode that we did on like the influence the Western countries have on us as Africans. So you can just visit Spotify or any podcasting platform that you feel like it's convenient for you. You'll find the episode there. But apart from that, Ms. P says you need an introduction too. But she's my co-host. I think Tenanya says we don't need like introductions.
It's okay.
So let's kick off the episode and like skin bleaching.
Yeah.
Skin bleaching. To someone who's hearing this term for the first time, what is it all about? Like, in your own understanding, what would you say? How would you define skin bleaching? Just to say, so anyone who's free can actually open up the show for us,
For
Skin
me,
bleaching.
sorry.
It's okay, you first.
Okay. For me, skin bleaching is using products or laser to lighten your skin to make it brighter, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say that, using different kinds of creams, to change your skin color because you're not comfortable or you're not confident or you've maybe seen more beautiful, lighter-skinned ladies, and you want to look like them. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a mess. I'm angry.
So, like,
Well,
she has the right to be, She has the right to be like right now at the moment. Let me just talk from a guy's perspective, We have this problem right now at the moment, Yabo memes are skin bleaching. Where you find like fine looking hard, looking properly. Ufike like ask her out and everything is nice. Masion genuinely, we get traumatized that side. The things that we see now. So like I want to ask like what would you think as the result of more like African women actually shifting to that?
But it's not just women that like to be skin, even guys like to be skin.
yeah.
So it goes both ways. I've seen guys,
But they're coming.
but they are coming.
I don't know how we can't play that card. Y'all don't want us to play that card when it comes to gender-based violence. Let's not be picky about
I'm
it.
keeping neutral.
Yeah, let's just say
women.
men and women.
Yeah.
So what would you say like is the cause of that? Like what causes that? Because like at the end of the day you have to feel natural about who you are, That's where it starts. And I feel like at the moment we are currently in times where like if people are not embracing who they really are. Hence we are witnessing like plastic surgery, this bad implants, breast implants and everything that's happening. So what would you say like is the cause of everything that's happening within people using abomemeza, amajiki, all the,
I did. I used cheap on my skin.
Okay.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I did that. Thank God, though.
It didn't work.
Thank God it didn't work, guys. The Jeek, I was there. Jeek and Handy and
Okay.
I was there trying to just scrub off
okay.
my darkness. And I think, actually, to answer your question, I think it's more of I think it's a psychological issue that is supported by society's standards, the narrative, preference, whatever. This thing.
There's competition.
Yeah, we always shoved with so much information from other people's perspective, and some of the people it's not even real. You understand what I mean? Like a lot of let me take an example. A lot of the guys when I was younger that were preferring light skin girls, it wasn't even there. Right? It was these music videos that were shown to them, and so they thought, okay, so this is what beauty is. And it's like that's the sad part, that it's not even your decision at the end of the day, it's just an influenced decision. And so unfortunately that type of thinking affects the next person deeper than we actually think. And sometimes it could be that, and sometimes it could just be like a very vague decision that really carries no weight or substance at all. It could be just like, I just want to bleach my skin, and that's it. I have the money and I can do it.
For the money.
There are, it can happen. It's I don't know. I just feel like it's like, honestly, and we can't keep saying society. We are society, and the change, like it's in, So it's also just being very aware, self-aware is not. I think that's we weren't taught a lot of things in high school as kids. We weren't taught self-acceptance, self-awareness.
No, but there is that part in LO where they talk about self-esteem, stereotypes, but it's a very tiny,
I don't even remember.
I
know self-esteem.
What it is, but it wasn't that much.
They don't dwell into it.
Yes.
I feel like it's because of like how we look at our learning structures. It's all about standardized testing. So it's all about covering the module. Because like such times we were exposed to them when we're still learning LO, self-esteem, self-confidence. But they never like dived in deep.
Literally taught you how or what is being self-esteemed,
Because some of us, we grew up having low self-esteem, It's something that we are still trying to break even now, It's still a battle, an everyday battle,
Yeah. So I don't know, what do you guys think about, what has your experience been around people or, with bleaching in general? I'm just going to throw that into
For me, with bleaching, because I grew up with stuff my whole life, and I was surrounded by you know when you go to like immigrate with different people. So there's like whites, there's Indians, there's yeah, exactly. So for me, it was just something that wasn't spoken of.
Yeah.
But it was there.
It wasn't spoken, but the actions.
Yeah, it was there.
The treatment.
Yeah.
Maybe the words were not necessary, but to a certain extent, I remember we were having this conversation the other day, and you felt invisible.
Yeah.
So you're dark, you don't exist.
You don't exist.
Yeah,
You know, you are nothing.
Yeah.
You are just a person.
Yeah.
You know, you are excluded from everything, and not just by people your age, even by adults.
Yeah.
Like in classrooms, I remember as a kid in classrooms, I'd want to say something and they wouldn't pay attention to me. But you know, when the I don't want to say light skin, but when the
Other kids.
the other kids, they are light in complexion. You know, they're the ones that are treated more. They have just that celebrity, treatment.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up being bullied at school because of my skin color. In primary, it was worse. They used to make music about me.
Oh
They
my
used to
God.
have poetry things about me. Sesh kala kala, inje mnyame ngagezi. You know,
Those were the terms I say high
shoes.
school.
When I enter the class, there's a song. You know, such things. I wanted to look like the friend that I thought is my friend. You know, I had a friend and she was your light skin color, and I usually your skin. And I used to, you know what I did, but I only did it for a week and I cried. I forgave myself. I took that polish, that light brown polish.
Yeah.
And I applied it. I looked in the mirror. I'm like, I can't be this black every day. I'm it. I am the topic. They used to even like eat my lunchbox. I mean, I'm nothing. Competitions. I'm smart. Competitions. We do maths. I qualify for going to maybe province, but they wouldn't take me. There's this other two teachers like, you can't take that one. She's too dark, man.
You lie.
I'm like, I'm serious.
Oh my
so I wanted to tone it a little bit lighter. No, after a week I was like, this is not gonna change, and I'm going to make myself ugly.
Yeah.
I know this lady that I walk with in class. She's a little bit lighter. The boys are always with her and all that. It's fine. Even in high school, it was like that. Like, okay, I am the undated one. Okay, it's fine. Let me just be a tomboy. Okay, these are the other things that
tomboy.
Yeah, these are the things that develop such things. Actually,
That's actually true. I was also a
I became a tomboy. I became with my short hair. I was like, you know what? You mess with me, you mess with guards. I was like that.
You have to put on this.
This garage at a young age to say that, okay, everybody's saying that I'm ugly, then okay, I am.
And I'll
sharp.
show you ugly.
You know.
Yeah.
So the bleaching, when I look at people when they bleach, I get so mad that you went to a point where you couldn't like accept yourself the way you are. You know what happened to you. Now my older sister is bleached. I usually look at her creams and I'm like, it's a mess.
You want to throw them away?
I just don't understand. She's beautiful. She's getting more beautiful. But I'm just wondering, when we get old, are we gonna be old already?
How do we get like people to actually start embracing like themselves? Because it's actually a process, you know. As you both said that like, it was all about transitioning from like being bullied, like being called all those names, you know. Right now out there's actually maybe a kid who's actually facing the same thing. Because I see as a bantuana, like
There's a kid in Venda who killed herself.
I remember.
Yeah, because of that. So it's not.
For me, I think it's changing definitely has to start with the media we consume. Like with me, I started following more people that look like black people, dark skin
So
people.
representation.
Yeah, exactly. It's very important. And I remember when who was the former Miss SA? Zosie. When Zosie won, I was just like,
Yes, girl.
yes, girl.
That's me and
Dark
you.
skin girls are doing it.
I feel like that's actually when like it actually women, let me just say majority of women in South Africa started embracing the concept of accepting who they are, you know.
Exactly.
I don't know though, I have a problem. I have a very big problem with that in a way. I have a problem with how, it's like, I don't know, like black people can't just be, they can't just be free. You can't just be human, right? So we got to a point where Zozi won, and all of a sudden all these brands were with dark skin, black women, all of that. So it's not really genuine.
No, it's
profit driven.
Yeah, they are gaining something from it.
You understand? And that's my problem with it. I don't want the world to celebrate me for being dark.
No.
I don't want to be celebrated for all of that. I'm not that. I don't go into a room and say, hi, I'm decent or dark skinned Masingi. You know what I mean? That's not what you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so the world now trying to be like, no, the root of the problem is why was it necessary? It's also, that's the thing, it's also a political thing where how do we separate black people? How do we make them go against each other? We celebrate this group over this one. And so this one is going to go against this one. And so now in the situation of we are all embracing each other and so on, now light-skinned women wish they were dark. Now light-skinned women go and get tagged.
Yeah, what's going on?
But it's not, where is it rooted from? I don't want to have my child grow up and be all of that just shoved down his or her face. Like I don't think, I'm not okay with that. I see brands doing that all the time and I'm just like, it's not genuine. We all know if it was genuine, it wouldn't have happened from the start, right? You guys wouldn't have pushed these narratives. As much as there were movies where there was only white actors, if you acted in those movies, you were pushing the narrative of white supremacy. You might have not said it with your words, but the actions. So I just feel like, just let black women or men, just let us be. Like, leave us alone. Now black women are okay with celebrating themselves. Where you don't need a skincare brand to endorse you in order to feel, oh, I'm beautiful because no. We don't need all of that validation from anybody. Black women have always been the blueprint. Light skin, like dark skin, all of that stuff.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so it's annoying to now. I mean, after the whole scandal of light skin, dark skin, now it's hairstyles. Now we gotta be told, embrace your natural hair. I don't want it. I want to put on a wig.
Yeah, sometimes I want to wear a wig. Sometimes I want to be bold. Sometimes I want to have my afro. Just let me be free. Can I just make my own choices?
Exactly.
Can I just exist?
Yeah,
now
without any judgments.
Now it's overcompensation. And you can't exactly heal all those years of damage with one ad where there's a black woman with dark skin. That's not how that works. Because at the end of the day, you still come across people who do so many things to you in real life. And so we need the media to shift its approach and actually tell stories of women, men, dark skin that go through actual issues,
so that we can relate.
So we can have that space for ourselves.
Because I think February I opened a page and started doing photo shoots with these young ladies, Tando and Kanisile and Kamuhelo and others. They're here, yes. And when we started, I told them something and I asked them that when you look in the TV, like, how do you want to be? Like, I just changed my face. I was like, you know what, guys, today let's just be free. How do you want to be when you grow up? Kamhelo was like, I want to change I want to do this, I want to do that. Another one, I mean, I'm sharp. The other one is like, I want to change my color. It's snacks, some things. Our children they're learning a lot from this system things.
I was about to ask that question.
The media,
how
the advertisements.
It's influencing this whole trend of skin bleaching.
It's pushing.
Because Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, plastic surgeries and everything.
I think those are also kind of like the problem when you have white women that use black women traits to get ahead. So you have a Kim Kardashian, right? White people don't have that curvaceous shape. We all know. I'm not even gonna argue about that.
Yeah, like
it comes from black women.
It's a black woman thing.
But now she implanted that, and so now she's like a black woman, not a white
You understand?
Right? She has all the benefits of
Everything.
black woman
Everything.
and a white woman.
Taking all that.
You understand? And so kids watch the TV.
Yes.
And Kim Kardashian is the standard of beauty now.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so I gotta have a very small waist or non-existent.
Beyonce, yeah.
Right?
Because, you know, we see people fainting sometimes sometimes
Because they want to
of their
change
standards,
their
you know.
bodies. Some too fat. They used to say my
Beauty
daughter
standards.
is a ganda at school. She's a boomba. She's too big.
bullshit.
And I told her, my girl, tell them that you are strong.
And
You are not that.
What you're doing for your daughter is very important, because for me as well, growing up, my mom was really my foundation.
Yeah.
Because wherever I go, people will be like pointing at you. You know, but my mom is the one. So I love what you're doing for your daughter. It's very beautiful.
It's important.
We have to
it's
do that.
But as grown people, right?
Yeah.
I feel so uncomfortable that you have to tell your daughter to be strong.
Like,
She's too young to be strong.
all she has to do is be a
We're not
kid.
supposed to be doing
She's
that.
too young to
that's
be strong.
Because as soon as we start doing that, it paints a picture of what kind of society
We are living in a dead
Exactly.
society. It's a branch of dead people.
Where people
There's no
are pro positivity
Yes.
and pro body positivity.
Yes.
All these positivity.
Body shaming and all that. You've got this, you've got that, and so what?
You know,
It's
you-
mine.
You
Exactly.
even say these things on social media, like, and I feel like social media is actually playing a huge role in those things.
It
Yeah.
is.
Because we actually like keep on making fun of maybe people who have small boobs, like amabela manyani.
You know what I remember? I'm sorry, with social media, right? Like my brother knows, Paul knows, he was a part of this group. When DJ Maporisa and Tuli Pomolo became a thing.
Yeah.
Maporisa this fun was so.
Oh, yeah, why did they say that? Yeah.
We also
So you
get
see,
that a lot,
the colorism
right?
even within our own
Yeah.
society is
It's
also
a
a
lot.
problem.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a lot.
how did my skin color dictate what I deserve, or whatever I have? How did that become a thing? How is my skin color a personality trait?
Yeah, even when Shoma Josie started being a trend, it's like, so there's a Shangane in
That's
a
like
light skin
eyeball.
Shangane in
Exactly,
Limpopo.
and you can't
Yeah,
say
it's the
things like
first time
that.
we see such.
But
We
to
should
be
do
quite
that.
fair, and
Like,
I'm not discrediting Shoma Josie's talent. She's a very talented lady. But I do think that worked for her very well.
Yeah, no,
Being like
having,
weird, it did.
having long
It did.
hair
It did,
and all,
it
like
did.
it works.
She's
How
our
many
Kim
dark
Kardashian.
skin?
Without the Because our Kim without the but she's
Okay.
but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, Akani, as a guy, just to get from a guy's perspective, what type of treatment have you gone through that you feel like you were only treated like that because of how how your skin color is?
Well, for me, it was not a matter of the skin color. It's more of a future, like automatically people say I have a big head.
Yeah.
Like that has been something like for my school, Jomo, all those nicknames, like
Shadrach. That's not a nickname.
that's my real name. If I mention that.
okay, we should have a big
Sorry, Shadrach.
Like if I can count like the amount of nicknames I've had, because from primary, it's always been the same name. Like speaking Jomo, Kandaku, all those things, And like it got to a point where like it broke me, like I felt like, I'm just a laughing stock in front of these people.
Right.
I think I once said this on the episode that we did here bullying for like how it affected me, because I ended up like making confidence to even go stand at the front, because when you're standing there someone is laughing,
Or there's they used to do the drawings.
Yeah, she knows.
They used to do on the chalkboard, it would be just a huge drawing, and they'd say it's Akani. On paper, they used to do that a lot.
And sometimes these things you end up feeling like there's something
Daniel
wrong
laughing?
with yourself.
No, I'm coughing.
I actually looked at it.
No, I'm
No,
coughing.
because I'm
Sorry.
thinking about the head. I remember
That head, they used
it's
to do
so
that.
mean. Oh my
They
god.
used to do that.
When you're young and being the guy I am, like I didn't grow up being this violent person. That's not how I was raised, Even like getting in quarrels, confrontations. I'm someone who hates confrontations. So like approaching you and being like, yo, I don't like what you're doing. This is wrong. It was hard for me.
No, same, yeah.
So I ended up being like one of those few sheets inside the class, lacking confidence, self-esteem to actually do some of the things, So that's how it actually like got to me until like as I was growing up, I started being like, you know what? I turned it into more like a defensive thing. When they said I had a big head, I was like, at least ngiyapasa and I'm doing everything. Alikhulela mahala lekhanda. What about you? That's what I started doing,
Yeah.
And it became a daily thing.
Yeah, and that is actually very just sad. Guys, I also want to there's something that I want us to do. I don't know, it's like an activity. I'm sorry. I'm not using it as a case study. Okay, everyone through. Okay. So I just want, because I feel like a lot of us don't really, me personally, I struggle with emotions, just naming emotions.
Okay.
So if you call back to that moment where you were being mistreated, like, for the color of your skin, which emotions did you feel in those moments?
I was emotionally drained, I used to like cry, but I wouldn't show them. I would like move away and go to the toilet or to a space where there's nobody. Cry, wipe my tears. I can't wait for school to end.
Act strong.
You act strong. That's what I'm teaching my daughter. I taught myself to be strong. So when I see her, I'm like, I don't know what's going on at school. I'm not there. So you got to be strong. I don't know how else I should. I can't. Let's learn. She's getting old, and it really hurts, man, to like focus with these kids that are born too beautiful or too fortunate or cheese girls. They have money, they have nice shoes, they have things to buy, creams to enlighten or to make their straight backs shine. You do your own straight back, it looks like a Benny and Betty, you look stupid still. So it's been a mess. You cry, wipe your tears, be strong, face them again.
So how did you feel in those moments, like the exact feelings,
For me, I was numb.
So numb.
The thing is,
you emotionally.
I was just numb because for me, from a young age, from being a baby, I was just, people have been treating me weird, and I didn't understand it because I was just like, I look like the other kids. I didn't get it until I was a bit older and I understood it was, okay, so they treated me like this because of my skin color. Okay, cool. And then I just learned to like exist with it. When someone treated me like that, I just
Yeah.
For me, I wasn't like a cry. I've never been a cry. I wasn't crying. I had no like emotions per se where I'd be crying or angry. I was just like, oh, okay.
The usual.
Cool.
So you guys, like you're telling me you all just went numb, like you all just shut down the
I would literally
sometimes like even suicidal thoughts cause you end up thinking that there's something wrong about yourself.
Yeah.
You even question God, what was happening here when you actually gave me this future, You might even end up hating yourself sometimes. It also leads to those things, like you said, the girl from the dog committed suicide. So those are some of the effects.
So what I'm thinking is, with how we were feeling, isn't it the same way the people who bleach their skin feel? So how someone would want to kill themselves, they want to bleach themselves.
Yes, of course, because they would be feeling uncomfortable.
So that sympathy, that empathy comes from
Yeah.
right? Like when someone bleaches their skin, I'm like,
that's why I never judge. I'm never like,
because
But
I
speaking of
doing
damaging your
that.
skin, because the long-term effects on the skin, they are like, they are true. So just go there by those markets there. You'll see what I'm talking about. Like as soon as they stop using, you don't even understand.
You even look at their hands. Their hands, they change. I've seen one of the most famous ladies, but when you look at her hands, you can actually see she's fighting this demon of bleaching.
sometimes you see even the
mess.
The what? The veins on the hands, on the face.
I feel so sad that I'm sorry, but as Makati got famous, she started selling creams. She has changed from her skin color to my skin color to another skin color. But we see her, she's evolving.
I haven't seen that.
I'm
I think I've seen
serious.
it.
I am
I think
serious.
I've-
I am,
But I also,
yes, ma'am.
that
Yeah.
also has to do with like the chemicalities, you know.
It's
and
not
everything.
about the chem qualities as
So you
such.
think
It's one, she's adding more makeup, maybe like more lighter makeup. She was not the way she was.
But makeup
The
doesn't
first
make
song.
you light skin.
No, I get we don't know makeup again. You see, you look beautiful. You know your skin color. Someone would just put a mask on her face, it's like, oh, no, I'm gold, and then here I'm black. No, she looks different, man. She really looks different. And she sells cream. So what kind of cream is she selling?
Lightning creams.
I don't know what kind of a cream is selling, but it's,
Guys, here's my question. Do you think like it's actually right for the government to actually legalize these creams? Because especially this one here, memes, because I once said with memes cremito. It's
But-
used on corpses, you know, this
Yeah.
cream. Like there
But
are
it
people
is-
who
it
apply
is
that cream
illegal
for
to sell
corpses.
those
That's why there are skin bans.
wow, imagine.
No, they can't legalize selling that because it's harmful to your skin.
Oh, but it's everywhere though. It's displayed most.
It is. It is. You know what I think? It is, guys. I'm gonna play devil advocate here. But I think if I'm dark skinned and I feel like my solution, I feel like she's gonna punch me. But if I'm dark skinned and I feel like I don't want to take any more scrutiny and I want to bleach, I would like to have that option.
But still, we are still going
I'm
to
just saying,
scrutinize
yeah, we're gonna
That's the thing.
scrutinize you
It's
for
already
lightening your
happening. You
skin.
know those VAR checks there by social media. Maybe you upload a picture.
Yeah.
Using those lotions and everything, and then someone just goes and check your legs there, and then you're dark in complexion. Your face is white.
But to have the
actually
choice.
that. Oh my
I'm just
God.
saying for the girls to have
Yeah, you
the
know,
choice as much as
I'm not discriminating the fact that people are bleaching. People are bleaching because of certain reasons. Firstly, yes, they are being bullied for their skins, and then people want to change how they look because they want to be accepted in the society. They want to, you know, I'm not against that, my sister. And you can bleach anytime if you feel like, I know, if you feel like you're black, you can bleach anytime, man.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna punch you, but it would make me sad to actually see you at a later stage when your skin is looking now reddish, about to explode.
But don't
because
you
those things,
Okay, sorry.
I'm sorry, but those things, they don't treat the skin very well.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're like this, you're beautiful. Imagine dying like this, it's beautiful. Just imagine being born
so
like
I'm
this
like
and
what? I'm like dark skinned.
yes, you are.
Okay, thanks.
You are.
I struggle. Guys, I don't have a belonging
You
group.
struggle.
My life is difficult.
But
Like,
yes.
and I feel like we don't talk about my problem.
You bronze. You
Nobody
brown.
wants me.
You're
The
beautiful
dark
brown
skinned
skin
people
girl.
don't want
You're a
me.
brown skin girl. We all brown. We just have a shade of
Yes.
that kind of brown. We are not really black, my friend.
I was about
This
to
is
say
black.
that.
Okay? This
Yes.
is black. This
Black
is
is a
black.
shade.
This is black.
It's a shade.
We are brown. We are shades of
But they
brown.
are black, you know.
very. Can I say just
But
very
they look
gorgeous?
very gorgeous. Like the models that I follow that are like black skin.
Yeah.
Jesus knows
They're so,
I would
like, they
sell
gorgeous.
my leg, right? Oh my God. So, at some point, I would be like, I just want to be dark because they're just so beautiful.
Beautiful,
And I think it's that self-love.
But
Yeah, I think
I
I was about to say that when it comes from within, it just looks, man,
It has to start with
effortlessly gorgeous.
Yeah, it's
Like
just
you don't even
a
have
thing.
to.
They're influencing you, the darker skin,
Yeah.
right? Would you like to turn your skin black? Black.
Me,
Yes.
would I?
I'm asking you. Would you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would. I don't want to lie. If I could, I used to tell my son, if I had his skin shade, please try to stop me. I would be just believe. But that's just, I don't know. It's a me thing. And I think it's because of how she is.
Yeah.
So with me and my sister, the reels kind of changed. My sister is very confident, right? And I feel like she learns it from, a young age and all the type of treatment. So she took all the beatings for me, right? So when I came into the world, I've been an insecure child my entire life. When I was young, I was very loud, right? So the loudness will kind of make sure that no one really looks at me like that. I'm loud, so I'm the loud child. You wouldn't say anything to me. But the more I grew, the more insecure I became, and just seeing how she was confident in herself made me want to be like her. Not just Jay like this, like even like just I want to change my skin to be like her. I want to be like her because she's so beautiful inside and out.
I think that is the answer. We should look at the media, the society, in a different vision. We should look at it as, wow, she's confident in how she's doing her things. She's beautiful in how she's doing it. Okay, let me be confident in how I am.
Yeah.
Let me be confident in how I'm doing my things. If I'm applying Vaseline, like I always tell them, apply Vaseline because you're still young. There's no time for, you know, there's no time for pawns or lemon light. Maybe there will come a time.
When you're young, be young.
Be young,
Honestly,
enjoy.
When you're a baby, be a
Yes,
baby.
yes.
There'll come a time where you wear your makeup. Don't be wearing makeup in high school, in primary. You won't get a chance to be a baby.
Yes.
To be a child.
But
Right
I did
now.
get bullied for that because when I was, remember, I'm a fighter. I would put in high school. First of all, I never cared about how I looked. Right, it was never a thing for me. So I just, as like when I was 15, 16, I would put like Vaseline on my face because it's Vaseline. And, like so what? It's, like I moisturize my face, right?
Yeah.
I get to school and I'm shiny. I guess I didn't know. It was oh my god, why do you look like that? Oh my god. And then this one girl, there was these girls that was something, I don't know what they were, but
The it girls.
at that
And the diva era, like during those times, it was like those eras started diva.
yes. So
I
you
tell
walk
you.
into the high school bathroom and they are there. There is tissue and ponds, right? Yes. So they're wiping, right, and putting on ponds. And I'm like, how mad do you want to look? Is it close to death? Like, I was not understanding. And they tried to do that to me.
Again, look at me.
They did it, girl. I was like, okay, you're gonna be nice. They did. They wiped my face, they put the ponds.
I know.
And I looked dead for the entire day. I was a dead
When you did this.
They did that once too.
like, yeah, you do that. You're like,
I my skin so dry. Let's fix you up.
yeah, and they put all these things on you. And then, when that happened, then I realized, oh, so I'm not pretty. It was that moment. I was like, oh, so I'm not. I didn't know
So
that.
trying to make you pretty.
And then, so you gotta make me because I'm not. And then, that's where that stemmed from. And so, it's gross, it's nasty. It's also nasty that those people send you friend requests and follow you or whatever. You used to make me feel not good. So, like, leave me alone. Go. Just go back.
So
I don't like it when that happens.
I don't know if I'm crossing a line here, but this question, it has to do with like relationships, you know. Like earlier on, you mentioned something about my yellow bone and everything.
Yeah.
And I know like amongst us, I'm a cheetah. That's a trait, you know, with this my yellow bone.
Disgusting.
You know, and everything like yellow bones.
And it's you, black man. You make me so mad.
Even a broke one too.
I go. Hey.
It's you, black man. What's your problem?
You know.
So like, how has that experience been for your relationship? Like relationship with Kali?
That's not a word.
It's a word these days, yeah. It's a corner this thing.
Relationship.
I dated a light-skinned guy, you know, and it was hard for me to find a relationship. So in grade 11, I met someone outside school, and he was actually in West Pole, and we started dating, and we got that kid over there, and you know, it was like all that, you know. He was just the first, and that was it. But he was very light. When we walk at the mall, he doesn't like to hold my hand. He usually,
Because you know, there's actually this time they use Babu Siku, you know, they'll tell you like, you have Siku, you know.
Yeah, and I asked him like, why don't you like holding my hand? Like if I wanna hold your hand.
Oh my god, like it's disgusting.
I'm a lady, like you know. You know, we broke up after I was 9 months pregnant. We broke up in a way I was thinking of, like this guy doesn't love me outside. He loves me inside. You know, he wants to keep me inside the wardrobe. That's why they say black women are good for the house.
Yeah,
and
that's what they
light-skinned
say.
women are good for the tavern and the good pubs.
Like,
No, we
black
also
skin
want to
women
get
is the one you marry.
just dance and come back home. We don't want to
I
belong
gave my friend
home,
that
like
advice.
home.
Really?
Why?
Yeah,
to belong home.
No. The guy, there was this guy friend of mine, so he was constantly, I'm so sorry, I'm putting his business out there.
But you don't know his name.
He was constantly dating these light-skinned hands, and they were just, he would be hurt all the time. And I was like, you know what, that's your problem. You're not diverse. Open your mind. Like, you're so into, my girlfriend has to be asking about, he's dating a dark-skinned girl, and they've been together for like 2 years now, I think.
I'm dating a dark-skinned guy, and we good.
So
I think
session
following the color, it's
Yeah,
fine.
now dating dark
in
skin
high
men
school,
is a
like
thing.
we were not even looking at
is. Yeah, now it's the thing.
It's so sad.
Now light-skinned
I
guys,
don't know.
they're calling them
My
black
first
guys.
high school crush, and I know him, you know him, but I will never tell you his name.
Okay.
That man was tall, dark, and all kinds of handsome. I was like, wow, just beautiful. Wow, he was that guy for me. But maybe also because of my dad.
Yeah, I was about to say, because also my crush when I was a baby, not like a
I
baby,
remember.
but that guy, he was just a dark skinned guy, and I was just like, oh, he's like. The thing is, man, I never, for me,
We
relationships.
didn't see.
Yeah, for me with relationships, it was
Did
never
you
about
date?
color.
Did you date the father of your child because
He was light skinned.
Yes, and he was so handsome, like wow, he's light, because everyone is dark. Everyone is dark, and they're saying I'm ugly. So why would I date a dark-skinned guy? Because he's also ugly. So yeah, I dated him because he was
I
like,
understand.
wow, and that wow, it fucked me up,
For me,
Yeah.
put him in a. I just don't even want to say it about light skin guys. I don't want to be mean. But for me, with light skinned guys, I've just never been into them. I was just like, damn, black man,
Black man. Hey.
black brown man. That was me.
I never had a preference, you know this. My preference wasn't skin type.
Yeah. I had a specific preference, but
I don't! I'm trying not to have it. But I never looked at, I guess I've been always, listen, okay, first of all, we're black people. Let's just leave it at that. And so I wasn't raised to see a man's beauty with his looks. I'm sorry, I'm gonna put it out there. I don't look at a
taking
man like
rumble.
he's taking it there.
I never, like, with like beauty, oh my god, he's a beautiful man, I want him. I've never done that. It's never been that. It's like, how are you gonna treat me and what do you have? That's
What do
me.
you have?
Can it take care of me and my kids?
Yeah.
Like, if we have
Right.
kids. That's what I've been always attracted to. And if there's no security with you, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. That's just
So for
me.
you, it's all about security and stability.
No, it's about how you treat me.
Yeah.
And then security. But I will not lie and say that doesn't play a very important role.
Yeah.
It plays a very important role. I could try, right, just to be politically correct, date someone and be like, okay, let's go.
Just be blind.
We gonna build.
do.
But if I'm building too much and you're not building,
You're not doing the building.
you're still digging the sand.
Bob the
It's not gonna be cheap.
Yeah, it's not gonna be
You
okay.
know, so that's, yeah, but you know this. I didn't even know I was light skin or dark skin. Recently found out I'm red bone.
Oh, okay.
I didn't
What's
know
a red
those
bone?
things. I mean, it's like people that look like me, they don't really.
When you're not dark or light, you are just.
Oh, I just flowing. So yeah.
Oh, but also with relationships, I've also recently, I was dating a very dark skin. And I remember whenever I'd be walking with him, you'd find people say things like, yo, you know, like people would say things like that, and I won't say those things
It's
they really get to me, but I don't think I'd ever like date a person because he's light or dark. It's just it depends on the person.
Yeah.
It's not about looks. And also, if ever I give birth to beautiful brown skinned babies like me, I'm gonna teach them to love themselves and to know that they are beautiful inside and out, and their
buy
skin
them
color.
black dolls.
Like literally,
We love that there's that now. The
Black dolls.
representation.
She only has
Black
black
cartoons,
dolls. I don't buy my daughter white-skinned dolls. What am I saying?
I saw it on one of your statuses.
Only black dolls.
yeah,
My brother
yeah.
does that. My brother does
From a
that for
baby.
his daughter, and she's very light skinned. Like my brother's daughter is extremely light skinned, but my brother's like,
Black doll.
yeah.
She must know that she's
That's your
black.
doll.
She's proud.
Like remember you are
Yeah.
black.
Does
So
the baby, does the
like
baby like the doll?
thinking
a lot.
Ah, that's
she really
That's
loves.
cute.
I don't know. Like that's what she's into. Even
Yeah.
the backpack. She wanted a backpack with
Yeah,
like
Sophia, black doll.
with black
those
dolls.
yes.
Yeah, that's what she wanted.
That's
so
what they like.
Yes,
That's how we should teach our coming up generation.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I came with this lady. I know she's really quiet,
she's
but
very quiet.
she's
Yeah.
just smiling. I came with her. Maybe she was gonna say her side of the story and what she learned via this skin confidence agency that I'm pushing.
Yeah.
What she has heard, you know, what she's learning. How different is it from being home and at school? Like, how is it? Since this confidence thing started, you know. Yeah.
Because I'm actually aware that both of you are actually using like your platforms to actually teach about self-acceptance, you know, accepting who you are and still doing things, making things happen out there, you know. So when we get back from our short break, that's what we'll actually be taking a look at, and I think that's where our young lady will
Definitely.
actually jump in.
I don't know about relationships, and she's like, still a baby. Hello.
Close the door.
I don't know.
You're not dating. You're a
I
baby.
see her.
She's a
dating.
baby.
You got a boyfriend, don't you?
No,
She do.
she doesn't.
Oh, she does. I saw that.
Oh, she does.
I saw something.
Let's have one spotlight.
Keep on.
But apart from that, it's been an interesting conversation, you know, as we are unpacking like this problem of skin bleaching. Now, guys, I won't lie, skin bleaching is wrong.
Jango,
Changing
please,
who you
thank you.
are to become someone, it's very wrong.
It's
Is it? But I mean, isn't it the same thing as exercising and
Exercising
being
what?
healthy?
exercising and being healthy is
Like
wrong.
bodybuilding.
I think just leave.
I want to be going on another level. You see?
No,
I'm
but
just
it's
saying,
a type of
isn't it the same
alteration.
thing? You're altering
Why are you altering yourself? The universe of God actually made you
To be
in
like,
that image.
I can't-
There's a reason why you are there. When a man, you are there.
I can't why, but look, not this side you do la ungetona
Me, hey, me, like, let me tell you something when it comes to
Let's say
dating.
the
I don't have a type. I go for what my heart wants.
it's all about the heart.
Yeah.
It's not about.
If my heart wants someone who's like, okay, Charlie, I'll be there, you know, skin, I'll be there. It depends on like what the heart wants, you know.
Don't be lying to us.
He's changed. In high school, he's changed.
Hey, okay.
He's changed, but in high school,
You know, this is
situation.
if you were to actually take a look at some of the people that have dated in the past, that's why you'll see with that. AK doesn't actually have a type, you know. That's why, like, with my last relationship, even people were actually surprised with kanjani wena ubambe lo muntu, because like society felt like where I was and where she was, we're not supposed to be on the same level, you know, such things. Oh, lo mntana ushisa kangaka wena bekunja, you know, such things. Those are some of the things, you know.
That actually happened. Those
Yes.
are real life conversations.
So we'll actually take a break, and then after our short break, we'll actually come back and continue with our discussion around skin bleaching and this issue and plastic surgery. And we haven't even talked about plastic surgeries, you know, all these operations. And we'll also...
And Leon
Nicki
Schuster.
Minaj. Leon Schuster.
We have to talk about Leon Schuster.
Yeah, shots fired.
Oh yeah, no, because
No, because he does like
He does.
black facing, and so he
Blackface
makes it
for
seem
a
like dark
long
skinned people are
time.
dumb, right?
I
Because he
don't
does
know.
that, paints his face,
Stereotypes.
acts or sounds dumb, black, and then it's like, I don't like that man. If you're watching, I dislike you a lot.
Oh wow.
Let's just take a quick break. You see, things are starting to get hot in here. So, to all our viewers, if you are watching for the first time, as you can see that it's actually an interesting conversation. You can join more interesting conversations by clicking that subscribe button if you are watching on YouTube. And if you are listening on any of our podcasting platforms, just click that follow button there, and also answer the question that we have left there under the question section, because we actually want you to engage with us. Leave us reviews, That's how we see that we are actually reaching, like our message is actually reaching people out there. And also, don't forget to go check out our official community of practical problem solvers. We actually have a community of practical problem solvers, people from different paths of life. Your NPO business people, coming together to just try and find like practical solutions without the political aspects of everything that's happening in the country. So you can just visit patreon.com/real talk with AK. That's where you'll find everything. But apart from that, we'll be back after the short break. So
Hi, my name is Lydia Songwani. I am the co-founder of IK organization and the Changing Lives Foundation. My work is divided into two. Through the Changing Lives Foundation, I head the Mpumalanga Creative Arts Summit, which happens annually in empowering young people in the creative sector. And then through the IK organization, I head the Treat Her Like a Queen campaign, which focuses on getting young people in the rural areas metric dense dresses and pampering them for the day. We have the Groom a Child campaign, which focuses on sexual orientation classes and also getting them toiletries for the month. Lastly, we have the Rare Diseases campaign, which focuses on getting adequate health care for young people who are diagnosed with rare diseases such as pulmonary hypertension and heart disease. Thank you very much.